Hey guys, Trainer Grace here for Real Fit TV, and today we're going to talk about pelvic tilts. One of my favorites. If you've ever worked with me, you know that. That's because they're important. They're really important. So if you have a spine, they're important. If you are expecting, if you are having a baby and you got all that weight up front, really important. If you've ever had a baby, really important, because the whole pregnancy and labor and delivery does a lot to these muscles. So really important, you guys. They're the basis for lumbar stabilization. So important exercise to be able to do, important muscles to be able to target. So I'm going to first show you kind of the effect that it has on your posture if you don't have good control of these muscles, and then we'll talk about how to strengthen them, okay? So first, what happens? So we've all seen people, and maybe you are one of those people, I've been that person, that kind of carries their weight like this, okay? So you can see the strain that puts in my low back. I can feel it up in my mid back here too. And then it's really pulling these hip flexors, and they're tight right there, okay? And sometimes this happens as a result of tight hip flexors, but in either case, it's showing abdominal weakness here and lots of compression there in the back. So lots of things that are no good, because you can also see how then down the road this might lead to this forward head position, which gets us into a whole other myriad of issues. So we are going to now talk about the three phases of this. Then we have phase one, where you can't find those muscles. This was me after my second daughter was born. I'd sit there and try to do my pelvic tilt exercises. I couldn't even get the muscles to trigger. So sometimes we need to work really hard to establish that neuromuscular connection and get those muscles firing when the brain tells them to. Okay, then there's those of us who can find them, but we don't always use them. So we're hanging out here sometimes, then we're like, whoa, okay, let's keep it together, and we can pull it up and engage it. Okay, and then ultimately stage three, where we'd all like to be, is where we have control of those muscles and they do it all the time without us thinking about it. Okay, that's where we have really nice stabilization through the low back and good control of the core, which is just going to ultimately lead to better biomechanics through everything else that we do. Okay, so that's what we're going for. How are we going to do it? Like I said, this is an exercise you can do every day. Okay, all you're going to do is lay down, okay, and then you're going to try to relax everything in your body besides the muscles we're working. If you find your belly button, you go 2 inches below. That's the area you want to contract. So first, let's arch our back off the ground. See how there's space between my back and the ground. And then find that spot 2 inches below the belly button, contract only that spot, and push it until your back flattens. You don't want to over curl your back, because then you're pulling the glutes into it. If that happens, then we're getting past those abdominals and working on the glutes, okay? So relax it, arch up again, and then find that spot. Again, really mindful that we're using the abdominals, not the glutes. So right here, contract, contract, contract. You might feel a little bit of activation in your low back. That's normal. And release. If you can easily do that, then the next progression would be to hit your contraction right there, and then you're going to take 3 deep breaths without releasing it. So deep breath in, up in the lungs, exhale, still engaged, big inhale, still engaged, big exhale, 3, big inhale, and big exhale, still engaged right there, okay? If you're having a hard time finding these muscles, just keep at it, okay? Keep trying. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. You can do these every day. You can do them 5 minutes a day. You can do them in the car. I will post a video on how to do them in the car. But yeah, give them a shot. They're so important, you guys. I can't emphasize it enough. Enjoy, and we will talk to you soon. Don't forget to drink your water. Mwah.